Hello everyone and welcome back to Top Grade. My name is Spencer Miller and today I'm so excited to share with you a selection of brand new Canadian picture books for the fall 2025 season. I've got so many books to talk about today, so let's get started. You Can't Tame a Tiger, published by Owl Kids Books, is written by Stephanie Ellen Tsai and illustrated by Julian Chung. This uproarious picture book reminds young readers you don't have to change the unique things about yourself to be accepted and remarkable. Imran is a tiger, but because he is not orange and has no stripes, not everyone believes him. A group of kids even tried to fix Imran's appearance by painting him orange and giving him zigzag stripes, but Imran won't play along. Staying true to himself, he declares, "You can't tame a tiger." This silly story can lead to so much fun in the classroom. Why not try out an art project where you have your students color or paint a tiger in any which way they please, no creative limits. The Richest Cow in the World, published by Kids Can Press, written and illustrated by Baru. This clever fable with charming illustrations is perfect for reading aloud. Cow is enjoying the shade of her apple tree when Pig presents an elaborate and ever-expanding plan about how Cow could sell the apples, make pies and applesauce, and sell those too, plant more trees, launch a multinational food company, and soon become the richest cow in the world. Cow isn't swayed by Pig's grand ideas, preferring the simple pleasures in life over any promise of fame and fortune. Like any good fable, this story leaves readers with much to think about. What is the value of money? What is the cost of fame? What are the things that truly make us happy? All these questions could be discussed over a healthy snack of apple slices or applesauce. Seamus and the Shiny Things, published by Breakwater Books, is written and illustrated by Cara Kansala. This is a colorful tale of a little crow that teaches about friendship, sharing, and generosity. Seamus the crow loves collecting shiny things. He loves shiny things so much he even takes them from his friends. Soon he has the most shiny things around and feels like a king. That is until he realizes he is alone and stuck and needs some help. With its teachable lesson, flavorful rhyming text, high contrast, colorful illustrations, and of course plenty of shiny things, this is another book that's ideal for reading aloud in early elementary classrooms. Maya Wears Orange, published by Highwater Press, written by Wanda John Kahiwin, and illustrated by Erica Rodriguez Medina. This special book explores the complicated feelings that young people can experience while learning about residential schools. In the story, a young Indigenous girl named Maya starts to feel anxious after her teacher reads her class a story about a child taken away to a residential school. Maya starts to worry the same thing could happen to her. When her mom tells her that Indigenous children aren't forced to leave their families anymore, Maya is relieved, but still left with a sad feeling and needs some time to feel better. I highly recommend reading this book together with other residential school stories. Learning about residential schools can bring up difficult feelings, especially for our Indigenous students. But reading this book can create a space to ask questions and for teachers to be able to offer comfort and reassurances. One Can, published by Groundwood Books, is written by Lana Button and Eric Walters, and illustrated by Isabelle Malenfant. Created by an award-winning team, this is a touching story about learning and being willing to give and to receive help and support. A child is excited to donate a can of their favorite Zoodalicious to the school food drive. Their teacher has explained that the food will be given to people in need. When the child donates their can of Zoodalicious, the teacher puts a snowflake sticker on top to celebrate. But a few days later, the child finds the same can of Zoodalicious among the groceries their mom has brought home. "Mom, are we the people in need?" the child asks. This story leaves an impression. It has one of those reveal moments that will make your students go, "Oh!" And it is a great way to kick off any type of drive or donation program at your school. Memory Stones, published by Second Story Press, written by Kathy Kaser, and illustrated by Haley Lowe. This book asks, how can we create a meaningful memory for a person who has died? When Granny passes away, Sophie misses her more than she can say. The flowers Sophie brings to Granny's grave always fade too soon. When Sophie learns that some people place stones on loved ones' graves because stones last forever, she has an idea for a special way to remember Granny and the times they shared. As you study customs and traditions from different groups and places around the world, this book would make a meaningful addition as it thoughtfully introduces young readers to a custom from the Jewish religion. Further your study of customs and traditions with celebrating potlatches. This book recounts the 1885 potlatch ban and the resilience of the communities who fought to keep their traditions alive. Written almost like a conversation, young readers learn alongside the narrator as his papa shares his wisdom about the rich history of the potlatch. Help your students make a connection to the historical events of this book by asking them about their favorite celebrations, like birthdays, Christmas, or Halloween, and then ask how they would feel if these celebrations were taken away. Star Sailor, The Story of Words, published by Orca Book Publishers, written by Sarah Cassidy, and illustrated by Julie McLaughlin. This super colorful book is perfect for little linguists who are curious about words and language. Full of fun and whimsical illustrations, the book explores questions like what exactly is a word, how are new words made, and why do words continue to change? For young readers who are just being introduced to reading and writing, this book will help them get excited about language and how it works. After learning a little about how language works, have some fun as a class and try inventing some new words of your own. The Thing About Birds, published by Heritage House, written and illustrated by Christy Obelek. This one is perfect for little birders interested in our fine feathered friends. Two children explore their neighborhood with one question in mind. What makes a bird a bird? They make observations and use critical thinking to narrow down their list of possibilities and settle on an answer. This book is an excellent example of inquiry or starting research with a question in mind. If you can, take students outside in your neighborhood to observe the birds and tackle the question, what makes a bird a bird? Umingmak and Fox, Why Is It Dark? Published by Arvik Press, written by Jamesie Fournier, and illustrated by Tim Mack. Share a new perspective on the seasons by reading about wintertime in the Arctic. Feeling a little scared of the dark, Umingmak asks his friend Fox, why is it dark for so long in the winter? Fox explains about the angles of the Earth and about how being so far north means they might not see the sun for 30 days. But don't worry, the sun always comes back. A great addition to your classroom study of the seasons, this book shows that seasons work differently in different places. It's also a great reminder that there's usually a scientific explanation for the things that scare us. Aurora's Journey, published by Kegadance Press, is written and illustrated by Kayla Williams. For more advanced picture book readers, this is a captivating adventure story set in the Arctic. Aurora is a brave and resourceful Inuk girl. When her family goes missing while on a hunting trip, she embarks on a perilous mission to find them. Guided by animal friends and her family's teachings, Aurora survives the harsh Arctic elements and reunites with her family. Accompanied by glowing illustrations of northern life and landscapes, Aurora's Journey is a story of resilience that teaches young readers that they can make it through any challenging situation if they just take one step at a time. Ra Ta McHugh, published by Anik Press, is written and illustrated by Howie Shia. I've saved this unique book for last because it pushes the boundaries of what we think of as a picture book. The 72-page story, told in comic style, is a celebration of the power of children and the power of music. The story follows a group of kids on a rescue mission to retrieve their grown-ups who have been taken captive, forced to brush the teeth and scratch the backs of the Growlies. In the end, the Growlies' meanness is no match for the children's magic, their collective music. This is one of those books I think students will love, but I think teachers might love even more. If you're feeling like you've been taken captive by the Growlies, or if you feel like your students are facing undefeatable odds this year, let this story fill you with hope and remind you of all the incredible things that our young people can do. And those are all of our books for today. On behalf of the Association of Canadian Publishers, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you'll leave a comment on this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a teacher friend of yours. We also want to give a big thank you to Ontario Creates for their continued support of the Top Grade program.